Lock the door?
Locked.
Okay, everybody welcome. I'm going to get started on this. This is an Empowering Women lecture. I assume everybody here is an adult, and if you're not like 18, open that door again. If you're not 18, it doesn't matter. Mature-wise, you're an adult. Come on, I'm starting. You guys are late. Let's go. Lock the door again. Irene, Jesus. How old are you now?
20.
Shit. How old were you when you met me? How old were you? 1.5? God, dude. It's crazy, right? You know when she was 1. Okay, so today's lecture is going to be about a subject that I know from the bottom of my heart women of planet Earth don't know about. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. Okay? I've spent the last 4 or 5 years in the community of seduction and pickup, which is like relationships, teaching men how to pick up women, taking myself to the #1 status in the world. Okay? I am the #1 guy when it comes to that subject. In the process of doing that, come on, lock it. Is that your beautiful daughter?
Yeah.
Wow. Hi. In the process of doing that, it's become really apparent because females will naturally stumble on my videos, right? Or they're dating somebody and my name comes up, and suddenly I start to get an enormous female following. People watching my videos, messaging me, telling me, hey dude, like, can you teach us, right? So I would have conversations with them here and there, and then start getting more female students. Now, what I'm going to teach you right now is like the blueprint, okay? The blueprint of how the DNA, the genetic body, was created for man and woman. And the reason I'm going to use today to go over that, because I can teach you about the mind, about communication and all that shit, but the reality is, everybody that I know suffers when it comes to the relationship with another human being, man and woman. Okay? You could be somebody who, and if you don't know me, it's going to be very honest when I talk, okay? You could be somebody who's been married for a long time and you're probably miserable. You could be somebody who's had kids and you're probably fucking miserable. You could be someone who's young, you know, 15, 16 years old, and you probably had your fucking heart broken and you hate guys at some point. Like on and on and on and on. And that's the majority of the population, okay? And the reason for that is they have the wrong open door. The reason for that is that we're brought up with incorrect information. So the information I'm about to give you, if you want to do the research so you understand where it comes from, it's a science. And it's called evolutionary psychology. It's a branch of psychology called evolutionary psychology. I use that branch of science to be able to teach men and women how to interact with each other. So that's where it comes from. If you want to go buy books on it, research it, okay? So let's go over some of the concepts. You have a male body and you have a female body. Now before I get started into actually what it is, I want you to understand where the frame of reference is. I truly believe, and I know for sure, it's not a belief, that you and I are spiritual beings. That means we have more going for us than just the physical body, okay? So that is my belief. And I know that to be true. Having said that, we do interact and have bodies that interact with each other. We feed them, shit them, breed them, make them, do different things like that, right? Okay. The problem happens when you don't understand the basic rules of one or the other. You don't know how your mind works, you don't know how your body works, you don't know how you work, okay? So what I'm going to teach you is how these bodies interact with each other, which is the basis of attraction. Now, if you're a female, you were brought up thinking something. You were brought up, and look at how this goes, you were brought up thinking you want a good guy, okay? Watch this. You want a good guy who treats you like a princess, who is there for you, he's going like this to you, honey, you know. I've worked what is it? Three months of my income, here's the ring. You know? Oh my God, it's so sweet. And afterwards, you get married, and it's great, and then you wake up in the morning, and the kids are getting ready for school, and then you walk out, and he's like, hi honey, and okay, great, I'm gonna go to, you know, that bullshit, right? And the reason why it's bullshit is no one's experienced it yet, you know? It's in the movies and in the cartoon, and none of you have experienced it. I don't care if you have kids, old, young. It by observation doesn't exist at all, okay? What you have experienced is this, that one asshole you can't get out of your head. That's recognition of it. That one fucking piece of shit that you should not like, that you like. Yeah, right. That, everyone's experience, every female's experience, okay? What you experience is logically, you know all the right things to do, but emotionally, you're doing completely the opposite. And you're talking to yourself, why am I doing this shit right now? But the actions still go. What you have experienced, if you've been in a relationship with a man, is that man has cheated on you at some point. Whether you knew it or not. And that's what you have to confront. Whether you knew it or not, he has. And I'm going to tell you that, and I'm willing to bet my life on that. I speak with certainty. I have no doubt on what I say. If you've been in a relationship with a man for more than 5 years, he's cheated on you, or he's never had the opportunity to do it, and when he does, he will. Okay? It takes maturity to be here, so you understand why I'm talking. So why? What the fuck happened? And we all know this, and I can stand here, all ages, sizes, forms, how many know me, some don't know me, and I can say that with complete confidence, and I'm a man, and I can tell you that. Because by observation, that's what happens. So there's got to be something missing. If we're all experiencing that, and I talk to men, I just lectured men. And I can give them the same kind of thing. I can tell a man, let's say you're all men, right? I can tell them, gentlemen, you've all experienced this. You've given a woman everything she wanted. Everything. And you were faithful. And she was your world. And she cheated on you. And she said to you, I just want to be friends. And they'll be like, yeah. Yeah, I know. I'll say you were married to a woman for 10 years and you gave her everything. And she ran away with your best friend. They're like, yeah, honey, you know that shit, right? That's what men experience. Women experience what I just told you. Yet, everyone's going to deny it. Everyone's going to pretend like that's not what it is. Well, no, listen, you, whoever you are, found that one fucking guy that doesn't cheat. Congratulations. Hold on to him and be bored with him for the rest of your life, because that's the second part of that one. Right now, I'm just showing you my understanding of your psychology. I haven't taught you anything yet, but I'll teach you something before we end. These bodies were designed a long time ago. Our DNA is ancient, still, okay? And we have, our DNA is in common, so close to many different animals, like 99.9 something is the same as fish. Like what? I'm a fish. No, my body is though. My body is, because all survival and replication machines, now I want you to understand, we're moving into some science here. This thing that's walking in front of you, the one that's sitting there looking, is a machine designed to do two things. It's literally a machine. I was massaging her yesterday, I was like, nice hinges. Her shoulder. Nice hinges. I was like, nice holes. You're here with those things, you know? It's a machine. It runs at a certain temperature, 97, 98, some shit, right? It uses fuel. You eat fuel, it does combustion in there, and then it moves. Don't feed it, it starts to run out of energy. It's a machine, but it's a biological machine. And I guarantee you this, as we become more sci-fi, our culture, you'll see movies coming where there will be biological machines. Like sentient machines, which is what this is. You don't have to look at the Matrix, this is a sentient machine. From this to the fish, to the bird, to the trees, they all have two things in common, and these two things are the basic of every sexual desire you have ever had. And every sexual desire your man or woman, I know there's lesbians in this group too, will ever have. So let me break down what these machines do. They do two things. Their whole existence, from the eyeballs to the feet, is to do two things. One, to survive. That's it. They're designed to survive. They'll figure it out. They'll run away from danger. They'll go towards food. After they survive, they do another thing. They replicate themselves. They try to make another version of themselves. Because in their DNA, the DNA is like a blueprint. We don't know who did it. Whatever God you believe in or don't, that's your belief. I can just tell you by observable fact, this is what's going on. Whoever created the body put a blueprint in it. And it said, survive. And try to survive forever, but you can't. So replicate yourself, which means make another version of yourself. Attraction between a man and a woman, man and man, comes down to two things. Surviving and replicating. Replication is a nice way of saying having sex. Okay? It's like a scientific version of it. Okay? Do you want to replicate? Have sex? Okay? Now, why are we so fucking confused on this subject? Well, the why I can only guess at. But we do have the wrong information. So let's start with some correct information. Men, no matter what the fuck they tell you, they're lying to you, okay? Are simply, solely, and only attracted to your looks. Done. Period. Finished. It's over. Thus, it's interpreted by the female as, he's a dog. He's shallow. It's just looks? Really? Yes, really. Go yell at God. Whoever designed it, designed the man to be able to see the looks. And if the looks have certain qualities, think of it as a computer program, if it has certain qualities, it triggers in the man the emotions and the genetic code kicks in for the body to go after that. Okay, now, if he's a conscious being, which we are, he's now going to come to terms with his moral codes and ethic codes. So he's going to be like, oh, but I'm married, I have a girlfriend, but she's married, she's but his body's going to go, so then if he does something, now he's like, oh, fuck. That's the separation. He's only designed to look at you physically. So if a man says to you, there's more than looks, there's only one way he can say that. If he's been with enough women in his life. Other than that, he's what you call thirsty. Dying of thirst, actually.